I'm Stephanie June Hirsch Spears, and I work in the insurance industry. I'm from Oak Park, Illinois. In my day-to-day life, I'm pretty bookish. Like, I love reading. That's why we have all these books here. I'm very quiet. I like reading. I kind of keep to myself on some level. And then when I go on stage,
well, my name is Christopher Stoinev. I'm a sophomore here at Illinois State University. I've known her since I was like 12. I've seen her around the gym all the time. I see her practicing like every day that I'm in here. She's really quiet around the gym, but once you get to know her, she's such a nice person. She brings this like attitude every night that like you can tell she's like ready to work hard, and you can tell she's like enjoying her time here.
She's a lot of fun to work with. She'll make little funny comments here and there. I've been in bike for 3 years, and she's been the rider since I've been here. And so getting on her bike and getting off her bike, it's really, really fun to work with her.
Like, they've always given a recap of what she does and who she is, and she's like the only staff member that's a member of Gamma Phi Circus that performs with us, and I think it's really cool that she's still doing it.
My name is Marcus Alouan. I am the director of the Gamma Phi Circus. This is my 8th full year as director, and before that I was involved as a performer, as a graduate student and an undergraduate. Time after time, she is just one of those members of Gamma Phi Circus that inspires everybody else just by the work ethic.
when we had Preview ISU, they had a flyer in the preview packet that I got and talked about circus, and I thought, I think I'll try this and see how it goes. And so I came to the first practice, and they had people doing their acts, like full-on juggling, full-on tumbling, tight wire, everything going at once, and it seemed so overwhelming to me. I'm like, I cannot juggle, I can't walk on a tight wire, I don't know about this. So I just like looked at it all and just left. But I kind of like had it in the back of my mind. I'm like, I think I'll come back like sophomore year and try it. So I came back in the room, and it's still everybody doing everything, but I'm like, I'm gonna find my niche here somewhere. So I walked around the room, and they had like this really small skating act that was like 6 people. And I had skated since I was 7 years old, so I thought I could probably do that.
Also, you guys might have noticed some people here, some visitors, filming. So they're filming for a documentary, and it's going to be focused on the lovely Miss Steph Hirsch.
I've had times where they've allowed me to be like the sole person starting off an act. And I'm not really the kind of person that I would think of as being the sole person. Like, I'm really introverted.
I have like an obligation to help everyone like learn new things and grow as jugglers. So this year I put in a lot of work with her, and we'll like stand in the corner and just like juggle and keep passing back and forth and just trying to help her out.
When you're working regular hours, to give up the time that it requires. And so that says something for Stephanie, because she gives that time over and over again, year after year, when so many others realize what a challenge that is.
Like trying to accomplish something. Like, I've been working on juggling for years. Like, there's people that pick it up in like a few weeks, and I'm a bike person, I'm probably gonna get that. Juggling, we had people who, when they were trying out, like there was one man who can juggle clubs, do a front flip, and while the clubs are in the air, like juggle, throw them up in the air, do a front flip, and catch them and still juggle. And I'm going up against that guy. I'm like, I am so not gonna make it. There's no way, you know.
I've been doing this since I was 5 years old, and I think she understands that very well, that I have experience in what I do. And I think the way it's a weird dynamic, because she is older than me, like a lot older than me. I'm just trying to help her out, and she's like taking in like all the corrections I give her. I pretty much work on what they want to do. And it's the same thing with Steph. I just keep working with her passing, because that's what she really wants. That's like her goal, is to be able to pass. In the past, she's never made juggling since I've known her. She's never made the act. And you know, when you see someone that doesn't make the act the first year and does it like still tries out the next year and doesn't make it and tries out the next year, you kind of see them tend to kind of give up.
Has been juggling since he was 5. I'm like, I have the stiffest competition ever, never making it, no way.
Steph's never really given up. Every year, no matter how many years she hasn't made the act, she's still there at tryouts, and she's still like working hard to make the act.
She is such a great influence on all of the other members, somebody for them to look up to, and to just see her silent work ethic that just comes through day after day.
She's a very helpful and a great person to look up to.
And her influence in bike is very evident. Everybody who is involved in bike absolutely just loves her dedication to it, and actually her experience and her skill level is amazing. But she always just brought that same dedication and quiet skill that she shows up with every day.
I had no friends. I had a family. Yay! That side of the story. Cause show starts in 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Gamma Phi Circus!
We made her the godmother. Steph deserved a really special moment, and we wanted her entrance to be big, as over the top as it could be. We wanted her to make it look like she ran everything around us. She really took on the role and really got so into it. My favorite part is the big smack she gives him. It's real, it hurts him, you can hear the smack in the audience, you could just hear them cheer on for her, because everyone knows her, all the alumni know who she is. So when they finally saw her in juggling, because she tries out almost every year, and we thought all that hard work we have to put in. So we gave her the biggest role we could give her, and we let her, lay it on him.
Before I went out there, I was actually feeling really nervous and kind of sick to my stomach. I'm like, once I get out there, I'll be fine. It's just backstage, I'm like, I'm gonna die. But then I get out there and I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm playing a part, or I'm riding a bike. And one lady came up to me today and said, I find you inspirational. I'm like, wow. Being in circus makes me glad to be alive, it really does.
I think just her being the only faculty member in Gamma Phi Circus just really kind of drives her great attitude, and she always makes friends with us. She's so funny, and I love hanging out with her. And just her being in circus for this long, I think it's in her mentality that why would she stop? It's such a great environment, and I think her being here makes it so much better.
Those people that are passionate about it, I don't care if they're here for 8, 10 years or 30 years like Steph, as long as they're still passionate about it and they're still working hard, I'm glad they're here.
Even if I'm not the best gymnast or the most athletic or the youngest or the most talented, I could still do things that the average person my age wouldn't even think about doing. It showed me that I can maybe get outside myself a little and do things that I wouldn't expect to do, like the whole biking, juggling, all of it. It's not something that I grew up thinking, yeah, I'm gonna be in a circus, I'm gonna ride a bike, it's gonna happen. Had no idea that was gonna happen. So I've learned a lot about what I can do, and unexpectedly, I guess.